Welcome to Matt's Garage. Today we're going to be rebuilding a 9-inch Ford Posi unit. Let's get to it. Hey, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you have any questions about what you see on today's episodes, email me at mattsgarageshow@gmail.com. Appreciate all my viewers who've been sending me emails, asking me questions, advice. I love the community aspect of this. So before I get started on the rebuild of the Posi unit, I'm going to take my ring and pinion and put it in hot water. Slight correction, I'm not going to put my pinion in hot water, just the ring. So this is the Posi unit. Here is my 411 geared ring and pinion. This stuff is covered in some schmoo from the factory. You just want to make sure your bolt holes are clean. I'm just going to dunk that in there and let that get warm. Phillips head screws holding this in. These were really, I've already had this apart once. These were really loose. All they do is hold the case together initially, but it's the ring that actually permanently holds them together when they're in. I had to do a fair bit of coercion to get these to separate the first time. Once you do it once, I cleaned up the inner lips. It comes apart fairly easily, but I basically just used this soft rubber hammer. I put this in a vise, pinching on the non-machine surface, and then took a rubber hammer and just worked my way around until finally it came apart. And when you look inside this, it really looks like a standard open carrier, okay, but it's got this box around the pin. In this you'll find 4 springs. Now one of mine had broken, you know, I think that's part of what led to some of the chatter the previous owner was telling me about. And then above that sits the other gear, and this unit sits on top of that. And then if I take it off, this is the clutch pack. So this is what prevents the slippage, is this clutch pack, and there's a thrust washer here for friction. So let's start with the rebuild process. First thing, I'm going to pull out my new springs. This is the kit I got online, and it looks pretty standard sort of factory stuff here. So this is it only goes really one way. It goes like this. Now if you look on other videos, you might see units with 2-pin, and that just means that there's 4 sets of spider gears, not 2 like mine, but I think the Broncos are probably all like this. So now we make our schmoo. Some limited slip friction modifier. You want to soak your clutches. Pretty cold today, so this stuff is viscous. Go ahead and drop some gear oil into your diffie. Oh, this way. Nice. With everything, you want to coat the surface. You do not want a dry start. Combo, friction, so steel, friction, goodness gracious, steel, friction, something like that. Okay, on the spring plate, I wasn't sure which way it went, but you can actually see the semicircular marks. So it goes with the sloping downwards, basically. That makes sense in that direction. So here it's higher on the inside edge than the outside edge. So I'm going to take my pack here and I'm going to put it in like that. And I've got a picture here. This has okay, so after he puts this unit in, okay, the retainers are up. So I've got my retainers in the wrong way. This is splined and this is splined. You need to push your axle into this when you reassemble your business. So stick this in here. You want to get your C-clamps prepped beforehand here. Don't put it over your screw hole. Oh, I'm also out of alignment. There you go. You can also use nuts and bolts to pull everything together. Now, I'll pull this out, put that away. Everything is very slippery. I honestly thought this video would take me like 20 minutes. Let's put our screws in. Great. Great. Now we press the bearings on. That's it. So that race goes there. That race goes there, and that is a completed Ford 9-inch ring and pinion.